December 3, 1926. A woman walks out of her house and simply ceases to exist. For 11 days, no one knows if she's alive. Agatha Christie was 47 years old. She was famous, already the most read mystery writer in Britain. She had money, a husband, a daughter. On the surface, she had everything, but surfaces lie. That December morning, she made a choice that would perplex the entire nation and redefine how we think about a woman's breaking point. Let's rewind. Agatha Christie's marriage was collapsing. Her husband, Archibald Christie, had taken a lover, a woman named Nancy Neal. He wasn't hiding it. He was, in effect, conducting his affair in public while remaining married to one of Britain's most celebrated authors. The emotional mathematics were brutal. Public humiliation plus legal powerlessness plus the social stigma of divorce in 1926 equals a woman under maximum pressure. On December 2nd, Agatha had confronted her husband about his affair. He told her he was leaving not someday but soon. That night she didn't sleep. The next morning her secretary found her bed empty. A note sat on the dressing table, deliberately vague, mentioning a destination in Yorkshire. Then she was gone. Her car was discovered abandoned near a chalk pit in Surrey. No body, no sign of struggle. Just an empty vehicle and a nation asking, was this suicide, an accident, a kidnapping? The newspapers erupted. Within hours, every police force in southern England was mobilized. The cost of the search, roughly £4,000, an astronomical sum in 1926. For context, that's equivalent to nearly $500,000 in today's money. Police dredged the chalk pit. They searched the surrounding woods. They interviewed her husband, who claimed shock and ignorance. Bloodhounds were deployed. Posters with her photograph were plastered across towns. The public became obsessed. Was the Queen of Crime now a victim? Had she staged her own disappearance? The speculation was relentless. Days passed, no leads materialized. The newspapers grew more sensational. Some suggested foul play by her husband. Others theorized she'd run away deliberately. One theory, she'd orchestrated the entire thing as research for her next novel. That last one tells you something about how the public saw her, not as a woman in crisis, but as a writer, a character, a puzzle to solve. On December 14th, 11 days after she walked out, a woman checked into the Swan Hydropathic Hotel in Harrogate, Yorkshire. She registered under an assumed name. She wore fashionable clothes. She took meals in the dining room. She was seen but not recognized. No one asked questions. A hotel employee eventually noticed something. The guest's photograph matched the missing person's face. She was found. The nation exhaled, but the question remained unanswered. Why? Agatha herself would never fully explain. She claimed amnesia. She suggested she'd been confused, distressed, seeking solitude. The official story was thin. The real story, her actual decision-making process during those 11 days, she kept private. Here's what we can infer from the facts. She chose Harrogate deliberately, a fashionable resort town. She had money with her. She registered under an alias, suggesting calculation, not impulsive flight. She was living in public, not hiding in a cave. This wasn't a suicide attempt. It was a woman who decided, under catastrophic emotional pressure, to step outside her own life temporarily, to become someone else, to disappear not from the world but from her identity. The scandal nearly destroyed her reputation. Some saw her as attention-seeking, others pitied her. What most people missed was simpler. She was a woman who'd hit a limit. She calculated the costs, her marriage, her dignity, her stability, and found them unbearable. So she made a choice. Not a rational one by conventional standards, but a human one. Agatha Christie never publicly reconciled the details of those 11 days. She lived another 51 years, wrote dozens more novels, and became the best-selling author of all time. Her disappearance faded into footnote status, but it remained, a moment when one of history's great minds simply stepped away, when the cost of staying became higher than the cost of leaving. The mystery was never solved because Agatha refused to solve it. She owned her silence, and in that refusal she taught us something about disappearance. Sometimes it's not about what happened. It's about what someone chose not to say. Subscribe for more historical mysteries where the truth is stranger than fiction, and where the people involved rarely tell the whole story.